And naturally, when he started his ministry in Palestine, he taught the same principles which are enshrined in Buddhist canon. Right thinking, right thought, right action, non-violence, compassion, brotherhood, peace.
There is nothing written in the Bible about the activities of Jesus between the age of 13 to 28. He suddenly appears in Judea at the age of 29. He started preaching and establishing his ministry from there onwards. After a few years, the great Messiah, the Son of God, was crucified in his own country. Most of us associate crucifixion with death, but many biblical experts feel that Jesus had not died on the cross. There are some strong reasons to believe that. Jesus was nailed only on the hands and the feet. These are not life-threatening injuries. His vital organs were unharmed. It takes quite a long time to die on the cross. But Jesus was taken down within a few hours. When his body was scratched, blood and water came out. This can happen only if the person is alive. Many experts feel that the ointments which were used to treat him are for recuperation. They are not used for funerals. All these factors indicate that there was a plot to save Jesus Christ, and he was indeed saved. The Bible says that Christ rose from the dead after 3 days. Or was he simply healed in 3 days?
I think that the events of the crucifixion it didn't culminate in a resurrection, it culminated in a resuscitation, like a near-death experience, that he survived. The life that he lived after the crucifixion was absolutely phenomenal. He got a lot of things done. He wasn't in hiding, he wasn't a miserable barefoot prophet. He was a great leader. He led several exoduses out of Israel.
The Bible reports Jesus Christ as walking and talking after his supposed death on the cross. There are at least 12 physical appearances of Jesus after crucifixion. First, he appeared to Mary Magdalene and assured her that he was alive. We know about the Last Supper. Jesus had food with his disciples. He wanted to convince them that he was not a ghost. Behold my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Handle me and see, because a spirit does not have flesh and bones as you see me having. Luke chapter 24, verse 39. When Thomas doubted, Jesus asked Thomas to check for himself whether he was alive or not. The 12th appearance of Christ was in Damascus, full 6 years after crucifixion. These physical appearances are very strong signs that Jesus Christ had not died on the cross.
When he was saved from the cross, his consort, Mary Magdalene, flew towards France, and he fled away towards Iran, Damascus, and then Tehran and Iran on the same Silk Route. There was in those days the great national highway between Asia and Europe, and the same he traveled again on the same route towards this side.
He was accompanied by his mother Mary and a group of followers. There are two major Persian books of history, Ikmal-ud-Din of 10th century AD and Rawzat-us-Safa of the 15th century. They record that Jesus took the name of Yuza Asaf in Persia and the Turkey region. A Persian dictionary called Farangi Asafia says that Hazrat Isa was known as Yuzu, and as he cured lepers, he became known as Yuza Asaf,
the healer of lepers. So Yuzu Asaf, healer. So they gave him his name, and then from Iran, to Kashmir, he is remembered by the same name.
When he reached Gandhar, Mother Mary passed away. A tomb can be seen even today. The place of her death is now known as Muri and falls in Pakistan. The Acts of Thomas mentions the arrival of Jesus in the famous city of Takshila. These are the ruins of the famous university which was at Takshila. It was a great center of learning and Buddhist studies. King Gondophares was the ruler when Jesus had visited Takshila. From Takshila, Jesus reached Kashmir.
जरा जरा है मेरे कश्मीर का मेहमान नवाज, राह में पत्थर के टुकड़ों ने दिया पानी मुझे. Even the stones give water to pilgrims here. Kashmir is a land of, they say rich word, land of rishis.
The entire Kashmir is indeed a blessing of the divine. There is something in Kashmir which uplifts the soul. After all, there has to be some reason why Jesus Christ chose Kashmir to settle down. One of the reasons of Christ's arrival in Kashmir can be traced here. This is Gutlibagh, about 50 kilometers from Srinagar. People are simple, hardworking and efficient in whatever they do. What makes them different is that they are not original Kashmiris. Centuries ago, they came here from Afghanistan's side. They speak the Pashto language, but they have not forgotten that they are originally Jews from Palestine, the homeland of Jesus Christ. They call themselves Bani Israel. History tells us that out of 12 Jewish tribes, 10 had migrated away from Israel since 5 centuries before Christ. These scattered 10 tribes have been known as the lost sheep of Israel. Many of these lost Jewish tribes have got settled along the Silk Route, Afghanistan and up to Kashmir.
There are huge Jewish populations along the Silk Route. Afghanistan, most of the tribes in Afghanistan, the warlords, the Taliban, the Pashtuns, are all descended from the 12 tribes of Israel, and many are still known by their tribal names, their biblical names. And they wandered and settled across most of Afghanistan and what is now Pakistan, northern India, and Kashmir.
Gathering these lost sheep back in his fold was one of the missions of Christ's life. In the Bible, Jesus says, "Go not into the way of Gentiles, and into the city of Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Scholars suggest that the lost sheep of the house of Israel Jesus was referring to included these Jewish tribes which were settled in the regions adjoining Kashmir. These tribes are of a tall, robust frame of body with manly features. The women, fully formed and beautiful, with aquiline noses, and their features also resemble the Jews. Most of the Afghan tribes are the descendants of the Jews. He wanted to seek and save them. Therefore, it is no wonder that he proceeded towards Kashmir. This is the residence of Qutb Alam Badshah, the head Maulavi of Gutlibagh. Today, there is a big gathering to sing glory of the Lord. Qutb Alam Badshah presides over the function. The culture and tradition of Kashmiris are different from ours. We have not forsaken our traditions. Their eating habits, costumes and living style is very different from ours. So far, we have not had marital relations with them. Their culture is different. Ours is different. With the advent of modernity, this community is showing signs of change. They are opening up to new ideas. As India is developing fast in a globalized world today, the Kashmiris are also reaping rich dividends. There are several such communities of Bani Israel